but it's something we try to really watch.
Primo.
I was muted. What's going on? How are you? It's been a while.
I know, man. My bad. I've been absent.
We're humming along here.
What's that?
No problem. We're humming along here. How are you?
All right, good. I've been following the emails. What are you sipping on, man? What is that? Like a Macallan? You know?
Yeah, 40-year aged water.
There you go.
It's pretty good. I wish I had a Macallan, I guess.
Good stuff, man. So I saw your email earlier. Request for funds.
Yeah, trying to see if we can get a little money, for the last two events.
Yeah, there should be some money somewhere, right?
Even if they don't give us all of it, they'll give us some of it, right?
Yeah, I think we just gotta, I think we just gotta talk to the treasurer, all right?
Who's the treasurer?
It used to be Warren. I don't know who it is now.
Okay. Well, I emailed Warren anyway, so
Yeah, Warren.
hopefully he'll come through.
Hey, good evening, guys. The current treasurer is Debbie Timothy.
Oh, there you go. Hey, that's sweet. What's up, man?
How you doing, Matthias? Good to hear from you. Good to see you.
You too. You too.
I'll be on mute. I have a lot going on in my background, so I'll be on mute.
Yeah, no worries, dude. All right. Hi, Linda and Tyler.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Good.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Matthias. I thought I said hello when you were talking, but I never realized I was mute. I'm sorry. Thank you.
All good.
Yes, all good.
What is that fabulous background I see back? What is that? Is that New York?
Yeah, so I went to the World Trade Center, or the Freedom Tower now. I'm so used to calling it the World Trade Center. But the Freedom Tower and One World Observatory, they have this cool exhibition you can see all around the city from the top floor. So it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I've never been. It's so much.
Yeah, I would love to see it at night. It was cool to see during the day, but I feel like the pictures at night would be really nice.
It looks like you're almost like falling off it.
Right? The glass is so clear. Like they have someone who's consistently cleaning the glass every 15 minutes as people walk around.
Oh, that's glass? Okay.
Yeah, it's glass behind me.
Wow. All right.
Pretty cool experience. I definitely say check it out.
I will.
Awesome.
This Ebbets Field in the house?
Apparently, coming to check us out.
Okay.
Everybody's welcome. We'll get started in like 2 minutes. We'll just give it. I know that new link just got sent out, so folks may have to fumble around a little bit to figure out what's up with the link. But,
Dude, I can never find the CB9 links because they get like lost in the inbox, and it's never on top of the inbox, and it's got to be a better way. It's probably, I'm terrible with, I don't organize my email inbox. It's less than fair.
Yeah, same here. I just let it rock.
Yeah. First come, first served.
Yeah, it'll get figured out. I got the search bar. It's fairly effective.
Yeah, but with the CB9, there's so many emails. Once you start, you gotta have a very targeted search. But it works. I found it.
You do. I don't know. I feel like everybody got the link, so we'll just, they'll figure it out. We'll start in a few minutes. If it's just the 6 of us, so be it, and we'll get through this.
Dude, that's the beauty of being remote, right? You're just home. You don't have to. You don't have to sit in the office. You can get a drink. You can just chill out.
Yeah.
I've never enjoyed CB9 meetings more. Being remote. Hey, Rashida, what's up? Is Rashida there?
She's connected.
No, I think
connected to the audio. We got Valerie coming in too.
Oh, Miss Fleming.
Assembling.
Yes. The dream team is assembling.
Rashida and Valerie, welcome. Good to have you both with us. We'll get started in a minute.
Good evening. How you doing there?
we're good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm tired, but I'm hanging in there.
Right on. That's it.
Yeah, good to see everyone.
I'm liking your hair, Valerie. It's looking fabulous.
Hey, what can I say? Thank you.
Lozano.
What about my hair? What about my hair, Primo? What about my hair, man?
You look
Oh my good. Oh, it's lovely. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Mr. Primo, that was cool, Mr. Primo. That was good.
I gotta notice, I mean, this is a brand new cut for Valerie. I'm digging it.
Yes. Oh, yes. You got to do something a little different. You're here with the pandemic. You got to think of something new to do.
Yeah.
You got to switch it up and stuff. Even if I'm just looking at myself, I'm like every now and then I'm on Zoom and stuff. So I decided to put on at least a clean shirt here for y'all tonight.
I
Looks
got all
wonderful.
dressed up too. I'm
Hello,
wearing a
everyone.
shirt.
Good
Hello.
night, Mr. Nick.
Hey, how you doing?
We're
All
fine.
right, I'm good. How's everyone?
Good. You got the shades
Doing
on.
well.
You're ready for the summer.
Oh, yes, definitely. And it seems like it's getting darker later now and the time is getting ready to go back. So I'm really loving this.
Yeah, no,
Even though I'm not going out that much, but
we're not there
I
yet.
like it when it's light.
Don't be surprised if you get a snowstorm in end of March. Yeah.
Don't say
Yeah,
it.
that
Don't
happens.
say it. Don't speak it into existence. I'm ready. I'm ready for the snow to be over.
Oh man, I'm
I was
tired.
living in North Carolina back in the day, in Asheville, North Carolina. That's up in the mountains. And one time it snowed in May. It snowed in May and it shut the whole town down. It was incredible. It was like almost 4 or 5 feet of snow, actually.
We had snow last year in May, upstate New York,
Oh, okay.
on Mother's Day. So
Yeah.
Mother Nature, she's kind of fed up with us. I think she's like, shake you guys off.
Yeah. We had snow in May here too, I think. Tough. Hopefully this isn't false wind, false spring, but it probably is. It's okay. I'll take it. I'll take the light. I'll take a little bit of extra heat. I'm not complaining. 707. Let's get into it. We got a good team assembled here. Our core squad. Thank you for showing up for us week after week. Really appreciate it. We sent over an agenda. So just to kind of run through what we're going to talk about, we're going to start off with job opportunities. We have a lot coming into our inbox, and I don't think that Instagram is the best way to kind of present all these job opportunities. So
Yeah.
think with this group a little bit more. Linda's been kind of leading the charge, sending some of those over. And so, Linda, maybe you can kind of lead the discussion point around that. We have and then we're going to switch gears and start talking about our event that's going to take place in a little bit over a month. So thank you to Tyla and to Jamie for putting together the flyer, the draft email, the Eventbrite. All of those materials are created. We're ready to go. And then we got to talk about reaching out to students. We got to talk about our panel participants, our presenters for both financial literacy and resume cover letter. Building a deck is a next step that needs to happen. And then just think about some of our next steps before we check in. And I'm just going to add a bullet point here myself, which is just 2 quick beats on a budget. I just sent out a budget request. It took me a little bit longer than it needed to, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So all sound good to everybody? Anything missing?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Work with that.
All right, fantastic. Let's get into it. Linda, do you want to set the stage and tell us a little bit about kind of some of these job opportunities you've been sending over to myself and to Tyla?
Okay, yeah. If you remember Miss Pam,
Miss Payne.
she had promised us that she get these emails on jobs available in our community and she shared them with us. And she would share them with us. She did that. But then I thought it was something that I could have put in one package and send a one package. But the way that they come, we can't do that because I can't really manipulate them. We just gotta forward them as is. So I am still thinking of a way where we could use them, as you say, on a more manageable scale. But the way that they're going, because I will have to click on every link, then save every link in another program, because I thought I would have been able to do something like Excel, put the company, the amount, and then the link to it, and people will click. But I'm not sure if that is going to work, because I tried it before I send it out, before I mention it to you what we're going to do, and it didn't work. Some of those links only work like from the company's little space.
Great. Yeah, thanks for outlining that. Contextually, thank you, Linda. I've seen some of these job opportunities come into my own inbox, and there's about, I don't know, Linda, what would you say? Maybe 10, 15, sometimes 20 a month
Yes.
that are
Okay.
available. And so we got to think, Linda said, I think it's a good point, right? So like we have a few options as to how we can distribute this information. One is to me, and I'd love to hear other people's thoughts. One is we can send a monthly email to our entire distribution list. Two is we can keep a kind of running list, a Google spreadsheet, kind of to the point in the chat. And then number three is like managing an online, on a web-based platform. When I say web-based platform, our internet, so it could be the CB9 website. I don't know if that's really up and running and editable for us. But those are the first three things that come to mind for me. So just wondering what people's thoughts are about how we should distribute this information.
I think that doesn't necessarily have to be an either or, right? That could be like a host of different strategies to get the information out.
Yeah.
We've always talked about that darn website and getting our own page on that. I think I don't know how much traffic that website gets. Maybe, I don't know, is that tracked, Khalid? Do you know that?
Hi, Matthias. The website is up and running, the new website, and I've sent the email to the board. You see it in a weekly email that the website is up and running. I am not able to track the figures, but I will inquire about that with DOITT. We should have a page for like resources or job postings as well. So that's definitely a possibility. Also, in the same weekly emails, we have a youth resources section, which is at the bottom of the email. And I typically post, what we receive in our email throughout the week. And that could be internships or even, extracurricular activities such as dance classes and so forth. So if you want me to just send, stuff on a weekly basis, I can do that, no problem. And I'll follow up with Mia and DOITT in terms of me having access and for uploading information to the website and such.
Boom.
Do we have, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Alicia.
I was gonna actually have a list set up with all of the emails that we've collected over the time, because I think that might be the fastest and easiest solution. Once the email comes in, it's just like forward and send it to that email address, that listserv, and everyone will get it.
So yes, we do have a listserv.
Okay.
Sorry, you came off of mute. What did you want to say?
Yes, we do have a listserv. If you already have an email compiled with all that information, you just need to just forward it to the office email, and we'll make sure that gets sent out as often as you guys would like. If you want me to send it at the same time every Friday in the afternoon, we can do that. If you prefer to have it done on a Monday, it's entirely up to you all.
Okay.
If you have the email already compiled, then it's not an issue for us to just blast it to our distribution list.
Okay, I'll forward them to you and let you see what they look like, and then we will come with a good way to serve them to our community. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, because Khalid, for your, they usually show up as links or links to job opportunities. Would it be fine for us just to send you those links and you can, write a brief email that says, here are the job opportunities for this week from the Youth Services Committee, and then just kind of list out the links?
Yeah, that's no problem. I can definitely edit the format if need be, or, add some images and, language. That's no problem.
All right, Khalid, I'll send you a few tonight, and then you will look at it. You'll make a example, and we will go from there.
You got it.
So are we saying that Khalid is going to be our webmaster and we send the information to him? Because I'm thinking just me, because I'm not really social media, I'm not YouTube and TikToking and all that other stuff. But I'm thinking that if it's something that we can like maybe introduce to the people that are on our list to say, hey, every Friday we're going to have a job blast, so they can kind of look for it. Because I've kind of looked on the CB9 web information that's being sent out. And I do, occasionally go to the youth services and see what jobs that are available. But I don't know if this way, if we kind of let them know that this is coming, that they can kind of look forward to seeing on Friday, the webmaster is sending out a blast of the upcoming jobs, so that they can say like, oh yeah, the cool youth services committee always sends out a nice blast on a Friday. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I like that idea. I feel like there's almost like 3 next steps around this. One, not to overcomplicate things, but just to say it all out loud and let me know if this feels right to you. One is Khalid, as the webmaster, is putting together a weekly email that goes out to our distribution list, particularly directly to the young people. 2 is we're looking into having a web presence on the site where those links can also go under job opportunities, a page for opportunities. And then the third one is, I guess, some representation with our Instagram too. And so Tyler, let me know what you think, but like we can then like link that page into the page that Khalid would build if he can get access to it onto our bio, so people can always get access to the most current job opportunities through our social media.
Right. I think that would be good, and the link can stay there too. So it'll be like our official link there that'll be kept on our Instagram. So that works.
So I would say that sounds great. I would say there's probably needs to be like some type of master list of all of them, right? Because you're gonna have like updated weekly emails with the new opportunities. Then you're going to have a compilation of those opportunities on the website, which could then serve also as kind of like a master list, right? Where they all are together. But then you would have to kind of check, right? Like if they're still current, they're still up to date. And I would, in terms of the email blast, I would send that out. I don't know where we are with that, but to schools and stakeholders and like everybody else, right? I don't know who's on that email blast from CB9. I don't know, but probably schools are not on there.
Yeah, so our regular distribution list is, neighbors and constituents in this district, maybe outside, depending on who's given us their email, who's registered. But we also have a specific distribution list for, say, for example, the same kids who participated and wanted to continue participating from the You Speak Out event. We also do have a distribution list for the public school principals or superintendents in this district as well. So, we can definitely take a look at that again. Well, I'm hoping that, in terms of our regular distribution list, that people do see the youth related resources and forward that to, their own groups and circles. I believe Ada is someone who's similar to that. She receives that information and forwards that to her own circle. So yeah, it's all, we can definitely make a new list as well. These things can be worked on.
That's really good to hear. I did not know that we had a list of principals and local district superintendents that we could send information to. So let's definitely add that to that kind of weekly job opportunity blast. And let's please make a note to also send them kind of the flyer and draft email, or send them an email around this. And I know that for our last event, we reached out specifically to some schools. Valerie did, as did Jamie. So maybe we can get Valerie and Jamie to share those the contact information with us so we can add them to the distribution list. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Did everyone get the draft email for our financially lit event?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I sent it blind copy, but I wasn't sure if everyone got it. So I'm glad everyone was able to see it.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you for that. The graphic looks great. I think that the flyer will be inviting to all. And I think it'll really speak to the youth. So this was a really productive conversation on how we can move some information forward. I have the next steps all written down. Khalid is going to be the kind of quarterback for this. And so I'd say, like, moving forward, send everything to Khalid that comes up, or send it rather to kind of CB9. Khalid, is that the right email address? Should we be sending it specifically to your email address or just the CB9 email address?
It's better to send it to the BK09-1 email. That's the main office email. I'll put it in the chat just so you know. I do have my personal work email, and I'll put that in the chat as well. But preferably the main inbox, so me and myself are aware of it. And yeah, pretty much if I need to receive further guidance or advice, then that's something that we can all see. So I'll put that in the chat right now for you all.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'd love to also, Khalid, this is a note, but I'd love to just be added to that distro list so that I can just see everything that goes out.
Most definitely. Okay, I'll be sure to add you to that list.
Perfect. Otherwise, I feel like we have some great next steps here. So thank you, Linda, for bringing this to our attention. Sorry, my dog wants some attention as well. Okay. Up next, flyer and draft email created. Has everybody seen them already? Should I show them to y'all? Would that be helpful, or is that a waste of time?
No
What
way.
she said.
Sorry, what?
I said you could show it, Primo.
Okay. Let me find your email, Tyler.
Should I re-forward it?
Or you can share your screen. I don't know who has
Let
screen
me see.
capacity. Probably.
That email from February 24th?
Yes, that
Yes.
seems correct. Yes, from February 24th. And so I will share my screen. How about that? Y'all can see this probably. It's in the chat. Thank you, Khalid, for putting that. So we have a few things. We have this document here, which has a usable tiny URL at the bottom. So let's make sure to include this flyer. Our students will be both financially lit and career ready. Tuesday, April 6th at 5:30 p.m. Simple breakdown of kind of what we'll be going through and who's invited. I think that this should speak pretty widely to our group. You can RSVP here, just clicking the link. It redirects to the Eventbrite, where we have this beautiful page. I would ask that, anybody from the committee who's planning on attending, just register just to kind of give it a go and see what it looks like. We have a good breakdown of the event itself here. And then, as was shared, a simple and straightforward draft email, which is really helpful. Dear name, please join us for this on Tuesday, April 6th at 5:30 p.m. This event will blah, blah, blah. You include the flyer. You have the link there. This event will take place on Zoom, best us. So let's start getting this out to schools and to communities. I will stop sharing. Are there any, before I make the assumption, are there any other needs, anything that folks would like to have before they send out their materials to school leaders? No, all good. Feels like a pretty comprehensive package. Okay, I'd say a few next steps in terms of reaching out to students, and please jump in where I am missing anything. One, we should reach out to everyone who attended our last event. Two is we should reach out to our full distribution list. So Khalid, would you mind owning those two pieces? So it comes from CB9?
Yes, most definitely.
Great. Do you have this? Did you get this email as well from the 24th?
Probably. Give me 1 second.
Probably. No worries.
From Tyler, correct?
Yeah, it's from
Yes.
Tyler.
Yeah. Let me know if you got it, Khalid. If not, I'll forward it over.
Okay, give me 1 second.
3, Valerie, I feel like last time your outreach was pretty effective. You managed to get in contact with somebody at some school. What school was that?
That was over here at Mega Evers.
Perfect. Medgar Evers. Okay,
Right, so I'll reach out to them again.
perfect. Last time.
Yes, sorry. Yes, Tyler, we did receive that email. Mia confirmed receipt on the Wednesday.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Great. Jamie reached out to a school that's near me. I'm blanking on the name of it. It's like on Classen over here by the Botanic Gardens.
Prospect Heights
Prospect
or
Heights.
Clara Barton.
Clara Barton, that's what it is. Is there anybody else who has a connection to a school community where they, I mean, Talicia, I know you have your students and all that. Are you gonna, can you reach out to your crew?
Absolutely. I will definitely share with them.
Perfect.
And I'll reach out to my friend who works at Prospect Heights.
Perfect. Okay, great. I think it'd be great if we could get this outreach done by like next Tuesday so that we have a full month. Does that feel like a reasonable timeline for everybody here?
Yeah, and I'll start posting on Instagram this weekend about it,
Perfect.
or
We have-
earlier if I can.
I'm sorry. Do we have a connected Erasmus, or somebody already mentioned that?
We don't. Do you have one?
I used to.
Hey, Matthias, I don't know. I'm not sure if we do. Since Erasmus is also outside of the district, I don't think we have one, on hand like that. But that's not, we can definitely do a quick research into that. No problem.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a guide, because there's like 5 schools in there, but it'd be good to have some guidance counselor, because that's a big campus and a lot of those kids live in the district, even though the school is
Right.
like 1 block.
Okay, so I'll do the research on that one.
Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah. You're about to get yourself set up for another raise, Khalid. Where you been all my life?
Thanks, Primo.
Okay, that feels like a pretty robust outreach plan. Reach out to last attendance, reach out to our full distribution list. Valerie to reach out to Medgar Evers, Jamie to Claire.
Medgar Evers Prep, yeah, okay.
Yes, Medgar Evers Prep. Thank you for the correction. Talicia will reach out to her school and to Prospect Heights. Khalid also can reach out to the principals list for the district. And I feel like if we get all that off the ground by next Tuesday, we will get things moving and start to get some participants. All right, now let's talk about the hard part. That was the hard part. There's still more to come. Panel participants. Maybe we should actually flip this as I'm thinking about it. Maybe we should talk about our financial literacy presenter and our resume and cover letter presenter, and then go back to panel, because I feel like who's on those first 2 pieces will inform who's on the panel. Talicia and Rashida, did you want to speak at all about how things are going with folks?
So I reached out to Jessie Williams. Thank you, Talicia, for giving her contact. She's agreed to be on the one of the participants, so she can speak on the financial part of it. The only thing she did say, she really doesn't touch on like stocks and investing.
Yep.
So I don't know if we wanted to get somebody separate for that. Unfortunately, Shatisha can't do it. She did mention that she can refer us to somebody, but she wanted to know if there was a budget. So I haven't followed up with her until we kind of talk about that end. But right now, so Jessie definitely said she can participate.
Beautiful.
Awesome. And in terms of the resume workshop, so my friend, Tuesdays are it's a conflict for her, so she's not able to do it on that day. I reached out to some other people, but I have not been successful in finding someone. So that is the one thing that I know we're gonna kind of have to do a little bit more outreach.
Yep. Okay. Let's all dig into that one. Thank you, first of all, both of you for partnering on this and for getting Jessie confirmed. Totally understand Tuesdays can be challenging time, but can we put our heads together and think if there's anybody that we know in this group who we could reach out to do a resume section?
Oh, resume section. So just to clarify, how many speakers are we looking for? or
We're basically just looking for two, right? One to lead the session on financial literacy. Maybe we would add somebody for stocks on that piece, as to the point they just made. And then workshop number 2 is around resumes. So one for financial literacy, maybe a second person, and then one for resumes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hi, so Brooklyn Public Library, I know that they offer resume building help. Maybe we can find out from Nyla Rosario if there is a representative who might be willing to assist us in that venture.
Yeah, that's a good. I was just thinking about that, Khalid. Like I took my Girl Scouts there already before COVID. So because I wasn't sure during COVID what's happening, I didn't mention. But if you could do that, would be fun. And I'll also think of somebody. I know somebody in my LinkedIn do it, but I'll also see who I could find for free. It's for free, right?
Yeah, ideally.
Okay.
We just put out a budget request to the kind of chair and vice chair. I'll see how long it's going to take for an answer to come back, but I mean, it'd probably be a few weeks. So for now, we don't have a budget. We might have a budget that would be a cherry on top further down the line, but we'll see. In terms of reaching out to Nyla, was it Nyla Rivera? Was it the name that you mentioned?
Yes, Nyla Rosario. She's our
Rosario.
liaison for Brooklyn Public Library. Yes.
How can I get in touch with them?
We have her email and her contact information, so we can easily set up correspondence, tomorrow requesting if they're able to offer that kind of assistance. Because like I said, in the same weekly e-blast, that's one of the flyers that we have, resume building, and there is no charge because it's the public library.
Great.
Yeah, there's no charge.
Also, our good friend Michael Liebert is on the board of the Brooklyn Public Library, so that's also a resource.
Really?
Oh.
Yep. I can definitely ask him.
Okay. If we don't hear anything back from the library, we'll apply a little board pressure when the time comes. But for now, we'll go the light route and just ask them straight up, and that should be good.
Hey, I actually teach this a college career. I will be the last resort guy, right?
The bench.
Right.
So you might be the first.
Anybody,
you better prepare. Start preparing.
I'll do it. Right.
I was gonna say I don't mind helping out, like in terms of reviewing resumes, helping them with it. I just don't know if I would be ideal to be talking on a panel about resumes and like in the workforce and what they should look like. But I can help with the organization of it. Absolutely.
Alicia, we could put something like awesome together, easy, right? Last minute, right? Like if all else fails,
yeah.
If all else fails.
I think so, yes.
That's right. Yeah, I think like even on the stock piece, like I'm not a financial accountant or whatever, but like I'd be happy to talk about that for 5 minutes. I mean, that's all we're doing here, right? But it's always better to bring kind of accredited people to the table and say this is the person who does their job full time. But I think with the knowledge that we have in this group, we could absolutely do it. We already have Jesse Williams. To we can get the Brooklyn Public Library. We'll have 90% of what we need at that point. So we'll get that spinning up and running. Who do we want to sit on this panel? So we're having kind of an opening panel, right? To talk about kind of financial literacy and job preparedness. We could cover a few topics that won't be covered in the rooms, but we could also just like take questions from the students during that time. So maybe we can get Jesse to sit on that panel. Maybe we can get someone from the Brooklyn Public Library to also sit on that panel. So that's 2 people. I think we only really need a third. Is there anybody else that comes to mind? We could also get Job Corps to come. You know how Job Corps keeps coming to all of these meetings? And they always want to talk about Job Corps at Kingsborough. I feel like they've put in the time, they've been mad respectful. Like we might as well just invite them to come and talk about Job Corps.
So are they calling it Job Corps or is it the Scholars Program or something? What was that name she had last time?
Something like that. Job Corps Scholars.
Yeah, something like that. You can reach out to that individual. I think we have her contact information in the email as well. So yeah, that's not an issue.
So is the panel gonna be like after, I guess, is it that we're having the 2 kind of like let's say Jesse and whoever, the 2 sessions, and then we're doing the panel after? So then they'll join, or is it, yeah,
We were gonna do the panel first.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were gonna do 5:30 to 6,
mhm,
the panel, and then we'll do kind of like, this time is wrong as presented in the event, but then we'll do like 2 20-minute breakout sessions, and students will go to one and then they'll go to the other, and then
Okay.
they'll switch. And then we come back and kind of do a group share and raffle at the end.
okay,
What is there a theme for the panel?
So as it's been described in the event overview itself, it says hear from local professionals about their careers. We could take that in whatever direction we want to, I think, right? I think it's more a question of who we have available than what, or we could bring in 3 people who just have interesting, diverse careers and have them talk about it. But I think there's maybe a little bit more value in saying like, here's a jobs program. They'll talk to you about what a jobs program looks like, and then they can hear a little bit from the presenters also. I don't know. I'm open to thoughts though. Tell me.
Yeah, I think we just did a panel in my school. 30 minutes. It's tight, right? It's short.
Yeah, it is.
So it would have to be concise, because if it's just kind of a conversation, if you invite people to talk about like their careers and their career paths,
they're gonna do 5 minutes a piece
easy, right? Like just one question, because it's like, okay, here's how I got there, the college experience, the job, what it entails. And if you have 3 people, 30 minutes is gonna.
I think that's a great point, and I think we should probably not be like, tell us about, we'd probably say like, tell us where you work and kind of what you do, and then we could set up and ask the panel like 1 or 2 questions, and then open it up to the students to ask questions, just to keep it a little more focused and concise.
Yeah, and maybe just get 2 panelists.
Okay.
We had my event I did last week, actually. I had invited 3 people, 1 canceled. Oh man, 1 canceled, and then it was only 2, and it was perfect. And it was an hour. That was an hour.
Oh, cool.
Same kind of setup.
Yeah.
Q&A. Something to think about.
I wonder if, and I'm throwing this out there, but if it's not feasible, I totally understand. I wonder if maybe we should include someone from like a more entrepreneurial path on this panel also. I remember at the Youth Speak Out, a lot of the kids were talking about entrepreneurship, starting their own business, real estate and things like that. So I really think that showing that there are different pathways would be really cool and interesting for them also.
Anybody know an entrepreneur who's local and a person of color, ideally, who could come and talk?
All right. I'm going to ask my friend. She had come. What? You okay?
Yeah, sorry, my buzzer went off and my dog went crazy. Go ahead.
Okay, so, right. Last time my friend, she attended our Speak Out night, and she did say she did have a friend who does that, who speak to young children about entrepreneurship. So I'm gonna reach out to her now. So if as backup, just in case anybody else also got some person.
I think that's a good idea.
I do have a friend who has a hair salon right on New York, right by the library on Maple. So Black woman opened this on her own a few years back. So I think that might also pique some interest from some of the youth in the community. Like, how did you, find this distribution center for this hair and things like that. So I think that could be cool. I can reach out to her.
Yeah, I definitely second that entrepreneurial interest. That I see that with my students. They're so interested in that. I have a friend who is a coworker of mine, teacher, but she also is an entrepreneur. She started a T-shirt company, and she's doing really well with it. And she might be an interesting person. She lives somewhere in Flatbush. So yeah.
Let's invite a few people and see who bites, So Linda, reach out to your contact. Delicia, reach out to your contact. Matthias, reach out to yours. The other person who comes to mind for me is maybe Shanae. who, you know, since works for the Nets, which may be an interesting job for folks to hear about also.
All right, go Nets.
They just have that, you know, that gloss and that appeal.
What does she do? Who is she, and what does she do for the?
She's like an events manager for the Nets, so you know, manages events, I guess, that Barclays puts on.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds cool. I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Always like that's always a good you know, kind of person to have in there to draw kids in. Like they see the Nets, like that kind of.
Yeah. All right, cool. Great. Well, I've taken note of kind of who we're going to reach out to,
Mhm.
and I'll send that out afterwards. But everybody who just offered knows, and so they can reach out to their contacts. I will reach out to Shanae. And it sounds like we have a pretty robust panel. Thanks for making that suggestion to go in the entrepreneurial direction. I think that's a really good idea. Boop, 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 boop.
I wonder, should we hold off on sending out the flyer? Maybe should we update it and add that in there, that little tip?
That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, the flyer says a night of money and career support from local professionals.
Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah, it says it all.
Right?
Oh, sorry. Just one more thing. Rashida, are you in there?
Yes, I'm here.
You might remember this guy. He owns a barbershop on Flatbush Avenue. He was the president or something of the Church Avenue Merchants Association. You know what I'm talking about? He's got that barbershop right.
Yeah, his shop is called Dr. Cuts.
Yeah, Dr. Cuts.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I get my hair cut. You talking about Romeo?
Yeah.
So maybe-
Romeo, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Romeo, right,
I don't know,
right.
but I just know he was involved, you know, with that Merchant Association. I don't know if
Yeah, no, he's super dope. I mean, he's like always thinking about new business ventures. Last time I went to go in to get my hair cut, he was studying to become a mechanic, and homie owns he's cutting hair and like on the phone with somebody who's quizzing him on this mechanics test. So like he's a super cool guy. I think he cuts hair at night, so I don't think that this would work for his schedule. But I'm gonna get my hair cut soon, so I can reach out. I can just chat with him when I go in.
I'm sure he'll do it. You know, listen, it's a half an hour. How much does he charge for a haircut? You know, you just pay him like 2 haircuts. I went in there once, man, and he was on vacation. He had left his son in charge, his teenage son. I'd never been in it, and the son jacked me up, man. I never came back.
Yeah, well, that was your mistake, letting a teenager cut your hair, but I guess worth the gamble. But yeah, he doesn't cut my hair. Somebody else cuts my hair there, but I've talked to him a number of times. I'll run it by him unless somebody has a direct email address for him.
Gotcha. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So this kind of brought up something to mind when you talked about that gentleman that's studying for mechanics. And I think that it might be interesting or informative to share with the participants that they got to have more than one iron in the fire, that they always have to have some kind of a next check coming in, something else. Because so often we go and we work as an accountant, but maybe on the side, you know how to bake and you can sell some cakes and stuff. Or, I'm just saying that be able to have more than one thing going on, especially right now during the pandemic. You have to be resilient, because some of the things that you were able to do before, you had to kind of tweak it because of what we're going through right now. So maybe, we can have someone can just touch on, be able to do more than one thing, have more than one thing going on, so that if something falls through or you have to take a pause, okay, I can still do this, or I can still do that. I can DJ, or I can, because I know, I don't know if you've seen this DJ who comes on TV now. He's has a ad for a car commercial as well. He's this Michelle Obama's DJ, and I'm seeing him in a lot of different places now. That
You're talking about D Nice.
Yeah, D Nice, right? And he's like all over the place now. So I'm sure he has some other gig, but he's making a lot of money. He's getting a check. I think he was on Ellen's show. I'm sure he got a little check for that. He's hanging out with Michelle Obama. So if we can have more than one thing, because I think that life is about having more than one thing going on at the same time to increase your positive cash flow. Because I think a lot of the businesses closed down because they didn't have positive cash flow and they only were able to do like one thing. But as individuals now, we got to be able to do more than one thing to pay that rent or to get to our dream, or that can help us out to get to the next dream.
That feels like a good question, maybe for the panel to come from us. And so,
Okay.
Valerie, maybe you could just write that into a question and send it
Okay.
over to me, and I'll
Okay.
add it kind of to our opening panel question. Sound good?
Okay, great.
Awesome. We've got some good stuff here, and then reach out to Job Corps. Just so you guys know, budget request, I've mentioned it a few times. I sent over an ask, just to be fully transparent, I sent over an ask for $1,000, kind of broken out across 3 different categories, for speaker fees, whether it's for this event or for our kind of final event, to pay the students who are volunteering their time every once in a while. And so that could be for either event moving forward or just a budget to have, and we can distribute, maybe we can back pay for folks who have helped us in the past. And then I also put in a request for some money for like gift cards, incentives, and event supplies, kind of as a broad category. We'll see what comes back. I'll share with the group when I get a response. But wanted to let you know that has been sent. I have any questions there? Any thoughts? I know, just kind of run forward. All good.
I would, the only thing I would say is the Job Corps thing. The only concern I might have is that becomes an ad, right? For Job Corps. I don't know.
It might, and I might not reach out to them. Since we made this shift to the entrepreneurial panel, maybe Khalid, let's hold on reaching out to Job Corps for now, and instead we just add that to the email blast.
Yeah, and I think that the vocations is great, right? It's great to include the vocations and the what do you call it? Anyway.
Yeah, certificates and all that. Yeah.
Instead of Job Corps. Get somebody like a tradesperson or maybe even a union, like unions do stuff, right? With apprenticeships.
Yeah, it'll be awesome, but maybe that's a separate maybe it's even a separate event at this point. We're so, it feels like we're kind of full at this point on time,
I'll tell you what though, I know that we receive mostly our trade information comes in from Brooklyn Navy Yard, and I'm drawing a blank on the other name for the other organization that sends us their trade information, and I also can't confirm the age range that they try to target, but I'll still gather that information and forward it to you, Primo and Matthias, so you can just have that in your in your arsenal for if you want to
Great.
follow up on either of those.
And let's get it in that weekly email blast too, for sure. But send us the info. All right. So I'm gonna reach out to Job Corps on my list. Good point, Matthias. And then I'd say like the only next step that like we need to do, and it's not super urgent, but I'm wondering if anybody wants to volunteer to take on this piece, is just kind of building a master deck for the event, like a PowerPoint or Google Slides to run us through. I did that last time. Wondering if somebody else wants to do it this time. Anybody up for it? Hearing crickets.
I can do that.
You because you're the one who edited mine last time and made it way better. So you might as well just start out fresh this time.
Help her. She needs help. She can call me.
Yeah, she did it. She did it last time.
Primo,
Yes,
I can help her. If she needs help. 'Cause I can help her with that. That's nice.
perfect. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. Okay, dream team, we got it. Y'all, we flew through this agenda. I feel like y'all came with some great ideas. We had a strong agenda to begin with. Is there anything else that you all need from me, from us, anything that you want to name? I will send out a list of next steps in the next 24 hours. But yeah, anything else on your mind? Anything else you want to mention? Anything else we should cover?
So, you know, I'm into the runner show and how everything is going to feel and the experience and all that stuff. So, okay, so we're talking about our panel at the beginning. We're going to run it for about 30 minutes where the person's going to give, I guess, an overview of their, we'll say, occupation or vocation or whatever it is that they do. We're going to have an opportunity for the students to ask questions. And then we're going to break out into 2 rooms. One room is going to be the presenter, financially lit. They're going to present whatever, and they're going to have another opportunity for, so all the students are going to go in, or they're going to be simultaneous rooms, correct?
Simultaneous rooms. Half the students will go to one room, half the students will go to the other room, then they'll switch.
Okay, so we've determined how we're going to switch the list, how, you know, the people will know what room they're going to go in.
Yeah, we got that from a
Yeah,
Zoom
we
perspective.
got rooms.
We got that
Okay.
technology
Yeah.
unlocked.
Yeah, you switch
you-
the speaker, you don't switch the students, right?
Okay, so
Right.
you just switch the speak, because if they're going simultaneously, there are 2 groups of individuals.
Excuse me, Matthias. Nah, he knows. He's right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you just switch the speaker.
you just switch the speaker. Yeah.
Okay, so we just switch the speaker. So they're gonna
They're
hang
not
out
moving,
there. They're gonna hang out there for X amount of minutes, 20 minutes and stuff, and then they're gonna come back in all together as a group. Last time when we had the chat rooms, that we assigned some people to go hang out, I guess, in the rooms with them. We're gonna do that again.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. And we-
Okay, that sounds,
Yeah, we can just choose our breakout rooms and kind of move between the 2 as facilitators, if you will.
Maybe some committee members
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a special
Oh, sorry.
talent could entertain a little bit. Valerie, I know you sing, so you should definitely do
oh
that.
yeah, oh yes, I'll tune up my pipes for you. I'll have it ready for that night.
To keep make
And
the
so,
crowd-
are we gonna do the same thing like we did last time, Ava, like a little overview of the youth services, because we may have new people to come and promote the youth services committee and their participation and blah, 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 la, 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 so that they can come back and tell their friends and, you know, all that good stuff. And then they come back and then we give out some, hopefully be able to give out some gift cards, and I guess then we'll finish up and then move on, huh?
That's the run of show, Valerie. You just said it.
Okay, very good, very good. So I just presume that this is going to be just as marvelous as the last event. So far, I'm hearing rave reviews from the community that so far we put on the best event so far of all of the other committees. So I'm excited about this. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Me too. Yeah, we're gonna top it.
That's great. And so the next meeting is going to be right before the event, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me pull up my calendar, but I think you're right, which is that we have a meeting the week before the event, perhaps. Let me see, April 6th.
Tuesday, right? So then you're the second.
What did we plan for? Do we plan to meet the Thursday before? Do we not plan to meet anytime? Should we just meet the week before? Should we meet Tuesday, April 30th also?
Yeah, that's smart.
Sorry, not April 30th.
Not March.
March 30th.
Okay.
Okay, are y'all good with that? It'll be shorter. It'll be a shorter meeting, but I think it's important to touch base the week before.
Right, it's a huddle.
That's perfect.
Okay,
Good to me.
I have one quick suggestion.
Yes.
You do the breakout room. What's the lifetime in between going from one speaker to another?
It'll be 20-minute sessions.
All right, a suggestion, if you could find one of the kids that's a DJ and could just provide music in those break time.
Oh, sorry, there won't be any wait time. There won't.
No wait time.
Oh, that's what I thought. Or maybe you could put something like that at the end and allow them to network after that, after everything is over, maybe an
That's
extra
a-
half hour.
That's a good point. I think Talisia's students were doing that last time, so maybe if they're available for this event, we'd always love to have them. If
Yes,
not,
if they are, yeah. Mhm.
if not, you could DJ. I feel like you've done well.
Yeah, I can reach out to them and ask them, but if not, I can definitely play some music also. That's fine.
Okay, thanks. Good point, Nick. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Okay, Khalid, would you mind sending out also tomorrow just a calendar appointment for Tuesday, April 30th at 7, I guess, for this
Yes,
group?
you got it.
Perfect.
Tuesday.
So easy, right? No
I'm
conflict.
saying April. It's March.
I'm sorry, Tuesday, March.
Yeah.
Right, Tuesday, March 30th. You got it. 7
March.
p.m. or earlier, or what do you think?
Tuesday, March 30th. Oh, okay.
Wait,
All right.
wait, I'm sorry. Tuesday, let me check on the calendar on Tuesday, March 30th.
That's why do
Am
I?
I
That should
supposed
be
to be-
fine. Our general board meeting is the 23rd.
It's the 23rd. That's the
Yes.
23rd, Khalid.
A week later.
Nailed
Yes,
it.
that should be all right. You should be good. Okay.
I was
Okay.
thinking it was the fourth one.
Sounds good.
Yes,
All
meetings
right.
are on the fourth Tuesday of the month for our general board
Yes.
meeting. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I always forget that anyway. We we have our marching orders. Moving forward, excited to get into this. In between, of course, feel free to send emails. Keep me updated if you can on whether we get panel participants and the library and all of that. And we can just update the group to let everybody know that we're headed in the right direction because we just have a few small outstanding pieces. But other than that, I feel like we're definitely headed in the right direction. Getting students is always going to be the most important thing into the room, right? So let's send that outreach as early as possible so that we can kind of send follow-up afterwards. All right. Thank you all. Really enjoyed this meeting. Super tight. Well done. Great ideas. Everybody contributed. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, Primo, great
All right,
meeting.
good night, everybody.
Great night,
Bye,
Primo.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night. You're the best.
Bye.
Bye.